Long ago in the humble town of Bethlehem, a child was born whose life would change the course of history forever. That child was Jesus Christ. On the night of his birth, the sky seemed brighter than ever before. A remarkable star appeared, guiding travelers from distant lands. Shepherds in nearby fields heard joyful news from angels, proclaiming peace on earth and goodwill toward all people. Although he was born in a simple manger, many believed that Jesus was destined for a special purpose. Jesus grew up in the town of Nazareth with his mother Mary and his earthly father Joseph. Unlike kings who lived in palaces, Jesus lived a simple life. From an early age, he showed wisdom, kindness, and a deep understanding of God's ways. People were often amazed by his words and the compassion he showed toward others. He treated everyone with respect, whether they were rich or poor, powerful or forgotten. As Jesus became an adult, he began traveling throughout the land, teaching people about love, faith, forgiveness, and the kingdom of God. Crowds gathered wherever he went because his message was different. He did not speak about power or wealth. Instead, he taught people to love one another, care for those in need, and trust in God even during difficult times. One day, Jesus stood on a hillside before a large crowd and delivered one of the most famous teachings in history. He spoke about humility, mercy, and peace. He said that those who are kind, compassionate, and pure in heart are blessed. His words gave hope to people who felt forgotten and encouraged them to live with faith and purpose. Wherever Jesus traveled, he helped people. He healed the sick, comforted the brokenhearted, and gave hope to those who felt lost. Stories of his miracles spread quickly. People said the blind could see, the lame could walk, and the hopeless found new courage after meeting him. Yet Jesus often reminded people that faith was even more important than miracles. He wanted them to understand that true transformation begins in the heart. One day, thousands of people gathered to hear Jesus teach. As evening approached, there was very little food available. Jesus also taught powerful lessons through stories called parables. These simple stories carried deep meanings. He spoke about a shepherd who searched tirelessly for one lost sheep, showing how valuable every person is. He told the story of a compassionate traveler. After the meal, Jesus went to a garden to pray. He knew that suffering awaited him, yet he remained faithful to his mission. While he was there, he was arrested. His disciples were frightened and confused. Events unfolded quickly, and Jesus was brought before authorities who questioned him. Although many accusations were made against him, Jesus remained calm. He responded with dignity and grace. Eventually, he was sentenced to death by crucifixion, one of the harshest punishments of that era. Crowds gathered as he carried the cross. Despite the pain and injustice he faced, Jesus continued to show extraordinary compassion. One of the most remarkable moments occurred while he was suffering on the cross. Instead of expressing hatred toward those responsible for his suffering, he prayed for them. He asked God to forgive them. This act of forgiveness demonstrated the very message he had preached throughout his life. Even in his darkest moment, he chose love over hatred. For his followers, his death was devastating. Many believed all hope had been lost. The teacher who had inspired countless people was gone, and his disciples were filled with sorrow and uncertainty. They struggled to understand why such a tragedy had happened. However, the story did not end there. 3 days later, an extraordinary event changed everything. The tomb where Jesus had been laid was found empty. News quickly spread that he had risen from the dead. His followers reported seeing him alive. Their fear turned into joy, and their despair became hope. The resurrection became the foundation of Christian faith and a symbol of victory over death and hopelessness. After his resurrection, Jesus appeared to his followers several times. He encouraged them, strengthened their faith, and reminded them of the mission ahead. He instructed them to share his message of love, forgiveness, and salvation with people everywhere. Today, more than 2,000 years later, the impact of Jesus Christ can still be felt around the globe. His teachings continue to inspire people to show kindness, practice forgiveness, and seek peace. Millions of individuals find comfort in his message during difficult times. His life serves as a reminder that compassion is stronger than hatred and that hope can overcome despair. The lessons Jesus taught remain relevant in modern society. He encouraged people to care for the poor, help the suffering, and treat others with dignity. In a world often divided by difference for generations, artists, writers, musicians, and leaders have drawn inspiration from his life. Churches, charities, hospitals, and humanitarian organizations around the world continue to reflect the values